There it is. It says on YouTube now.
Okay. All right. I think we should be good here.
So we're doing it live.
Yeah, right after I sent that text to say, hey, everybody, ignore this link.
There we are.
Jeff's making me look bad.
Blame this
Now we're
guy or
good.
this guy.
I apologize, everyone. I apologize. That is all me. Hold on. Let me mute that down. All right. It's our first go around with this. So we're working out all the kinks. Apologize again for that. We ready to do a show?
We've been ready.
Yes, you have. Here I try to be so prepared, and then nothing. All right, give me 2 seconds here. Are we ready?
Right,
everyone's
good.
recording?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Do we have our chat rooms up? Has everyone joined the new chat room? Should we wait for them, I suppose? We have
They'll find us.
people in there.
Maybe a couple of minutes. I don't know.
Who are we waiting for?
And we don't know. We don't know. They're in the old chat room. They're trying to find the new one. Because I botched it up. Oh well.
Everybody at home is laughing at you.
Yeah. Let's do it. We'll
All
do
right.
it live, shall
All
we?
right, let's
do
do
it
it.
live. Yes.
All right. Here we go. Hold on.
That's so cheesy.
It went away.
We'll step
Oh, there it is.
up our game when we can. We are Guys in Shorts coming to you. Oh my gosh, this is amateur hour. Coming to you live, literally from YouTube. We are Guys in Shorts, your weekly
this is
podcast
great.
for all the good stuff going on in sports, entertainment, and pop culture, but not technical stuff, unless Vic's talking, because who let me handle this? Vic, you should have been the one handling the
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. We're trying something new this week, clearly. This is the first time we're doing a live stream, also a remote. We're all remote from our different homes, and it's a live stream. So we're really shooting for the stars there with this one. And on our YouTube channel, we are there. So if you're listening to this on the podcast, by all means, feel free to keep listening, or you can go check out the live stream feed of it on our YouTube channel. For those of you tuning in, we hope you'll comment and ask questions. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Ben, if he doesn't know the answer, he always has an opinion on everything. So ask anything, right, Ben?
Right or wrong, I've got an opinion. That's right.
That's right. That's right, he does. On the show this week, we will be talking about the latest in the coronavirus updates. And regarding the NBA season, there's been an article come out with what they're thinking the latest is. The Lakers, good news, are symptom-free. We'll talk about that. Vic thinks Rudy Gobert might be a national hero.
Oh,
I'm anxious to find more about that.
I can't wait to hear why
Dodgers.
he thinks that.
The Dodgers are back on TV. Asterisk, kind of, not really, but kind of. Eventually, it's trending in the right direction if we ever have baseball again. Plus, what shows should we binge watch during this isolation with no sports on the TV? We'll talk about that, what we're binge watching and what's good. Plus, Base has got some questions for us to make us look like bigger idiots than we already are. Actually, Ben and Vic are looking good. I'm not doing so well this episode. I am screwed. But yeah, Base has got some "Are you smarter than a fifth grader" type questions that
That's so
that he'll
scary.
ask us. And
oh yeah.
let's and again, all you anyone who's tuning in, feel free to ask questions in the comment in the live chat. We got that pulled up, so we'll be able to answer your questions live on the show. We've never been able to do that before, so that's kind of exciting. So anyway, We're in this together. Let's figure it out. I'm Jeff Wilson, and that is Victor Costello.
It really is great to see your guys' ugly faces. Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
I'll drink to that, my friend. Ooh. Hey, and there's Darren Besa.
Sorry, guys, but it's time to buzz the tower.
I was gonna say, it looks like you got a bogey at your 6, your 7, and your
Yeah, you're in
5.
trouble, buddy.
Nice. And Ben Garcia.
Who?
Yeah, hoop-de-hoo, my friend. Gentlemen, good to see you.
Great to see you guys.
Yeah. So,
Jeff, really quick before we go any further,
yes.
I do have to call you out.
Oh, please do. On
Yes. So you had put in the description of the YouTube video that we put up last week that this was the first time that we had recorded an entire episode of Guys in Shorts. You either have a really faulty memory or you're getting old, because we actually have an entire episode already up on YouTube from a couple of years ago.
Really?
Oh yeah, we streamed live already.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I
We didn't tell you so you wouldn't be nervous.
It's funny because I thought the reason that you were mocking me is because I called it videoing or something. Like, maybe
no, you're fine.
Another term for videoing.
Hey,
these days.
you know what? It's not like you called it the Mayo. All right, you're fine.
That's right.
Were we at least better prepared back then?
Oh no,
I'm sure we
no.
were. Eric was on the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, that's true. That guy did prepare. He did. Good stuff, gentlemen. Well, what are we all drinking? I've got. Can we say this on YouTube? I think we decided we can.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
Doing with
Oh, you
some
can't even see
Lagavulin
mine. There we
here.
go.
I got some Glenlivet's going on.
Modelo. You're going to get no whiskey, right, Ben? Oh,
Yeah, I got the
Well played.
Cheap, man.
Well
How
played,
much was
sir.
it?
Well played.
well suited.
For the 12, I think
$9
it was
for a 12?
$10.99. Yeah, it was cheap.
Yeah.
Buy
That's
one, get
awesome.
one free.
Well,
Does
when
it make
that
you-
runs out, I got this.
There you
Well
go.
done. Well done.
Does it make you feel like you're in your early 20s drinking Corona?
It does actually.
Yeah.
Like
I
I was
always
on
think-
spring break in my 20s.
Yeah. I always think of playing blackjack in like 21, 22 years old when I drink a Corona. That was like the 21-year-old beer that you drank. Good stuff. Gentlemen, let's start this off with some sports news. I feel like that's our bread and butter. And we got an article. Ben, you sent this earlier. You read it. I didn't have time to do it as usual.
Of course not.
Not that I would have, even if I did have the time. Just kidding. Of course, I always read everything you send. But the NBA, is this a legitimate plan? Why don't you tell us about the plan that they're discussing?
So if nothing's legitimate right now, they're just talking about what their options are. And so I believe that they stopped playing games in around like March 15th. So about halfway through March with 4 weeks left in the season. And really at this point, nobody really knows when they're going to take the court again. The good news is that, and we'll talk about it later, that the Lakers right now, the two guys that had symptoms are no longer, they're symptom free. And so we might be getting to a point where if the players who have contracted the COVID virus have got over it, and maybe it's time, to start playing these games. So what's being toyed around with right now is the league is considering allowing teams to play 5 to 7 more regular season games. And I think that the reason why they're doing that, or why they're considering it, is to give those bubble teams the option to really play themselves into the playoffs, right? As opposed to just cutting the regular season off and starting the playoffs today. So they're considering playing 5 to 7 regular season games, games with no fans, and televising the game so that obviously the fans can watch. The other thing that they're considering is that they're going to try to pick a site to have all the teams actually go to one location, right? So let's use Las Vegas as the example. Las Vegas has hotel space, they've got basketball courts, and they've got all the ability to televise and to telecast those across the country. And so they can keep the players really quarantined among themselves. They can play multiple games per day. They can get this done relatively quickly. So that's kind of something that they're thinking about. And then depending on whenever they can finish or start this regular season again, they may go to what they call best of 3 playoff series. So right now, that they're best of 7. But just for time constraint, just to kind of keep it within the month of June, when they still have the ability to schedule out these buildings, they're considering doing a 3-game series throughout the entire playoffs. So the whole thing is that they still want to have a champion. They still want to have a playoff season, but they're trying to come up with ways to do that with the time constraints that they've got, and then also just to make sure that they keep the players safe.
Sounds like a good plan. What are your thoughts on it?
I honestly, I'm just glad that they're considering finishing the season. I know that when the season ended on March 15th, that my concern was that, once you get past June, these, facilities are going to be booked with ice skating and other stuff, and they wouldn't have that ability. So I sort of thought that the NBA season was going to be done and that we weren't going to have a season. So anything that gets them back on the court, I'm all for. And to be honest with you, I think it would bring sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? Just like a youthful enthusiasm, right? When you think about high school tournaments, you think about college tournaments, like you get these guys that all show up in one place and they play multiple games one after another. I think it would be kind of fun to tune into NBA TV on a Saturday and watch multiple games in a day. So anything that they can do, I think is great for the NBA, and I think it's great for the fans.
Kind of almost give it a football feel, like a bunch of games all in one day and whatnot. Vic, you pro or con on this?
I'm pretty much pro. Let's finish this season, because the Lakers were looking really good, and to see this season go to waste for any reason, I think would be horrible. You'd have LeBron another year older if we waited until next year, and I'm just excited to get the season going. Whatever it takes, let's do it. Let's get it on, and let's crown the Lakers NBA champions.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
Wow.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that this format is better or worse for the Lakers than the normal format that everybody's used to?
Sorry.
I was going to say, honestly, to me, when you got a veteran team like that, generally, if you're an even team, right? So if the Lakers were to play the Clippers in a 7-game series, my money would be that after 4 games, it would be 2-2. And so realistically, that's going to come down to a 3-game series anyway. The only downside is going to be really feeling out the team. And so whatever team comes in with the best game plan generally is going to have the advantage, because they're going to win the first game, and then all they've got to do is win 1 of 2. Where when you play in a 7-game series, you can lose that first game even at home, and you can still rebound and easily win a 7-game series if you're the better team. So I do think that the worse off team has a better chance of upsetting the better team.
Yeah.
It looks like we lost Vic.
Oh, we lost Vic. Man down. Darren shot him out of the sky. Not cool.
Good thing he wasn't talking.
Yeah. Shout out to Jordan Heckman tuning in to the show. Thank you for that. He's actually calling you and I, Ben, out for not having a background.
Yeah, I tried to figure it out in the 2 minutes that we had before we went live, and I couldn't. So I just said, screw it.
Yeah.
You guys had all day to prepare. We got
I didn't know we'd be doing virtual backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, what was the text message, Darren?
Come on, put some ingenuity into it.
I spent all day trying to figure out how to make this thing work. We should be happy that I barely got that accomplished.
And I showed up.
Well, boo for you guys.
And you did show up. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I actually, while Ben was talking, I did figure out how to do it, but I don't have any good pictures loaded. So I feel like it's not even worth.
But just be careful what pictures you put up there.
Yeah. Well, my computer's telling me I don't meet the requirement. So it looks like I can't do it anyway. All right. Well, let's see. Where'd Vic go? He was supposed to talk about the Lakers being symptom free of coronavirus, and he's all excited about Rudy Gobert, and maybe he's a national hero.
Yeah,
but,
he had a whole lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, and the funny thing is that he's probably using a laptop and probably forgot to plug it in. And his
Plug it in,
battery
yeah.
went out or something.
His battery died.
Probably. All the kids were watching YouTube videos on it earlier, and now it's out of battery. All right. Well, until Vic gets back here, Ben,
Yeah.
you excited? The Dodgers are back on DirecTV. Well, wait, do you have DirecTV these days?
I don't have it anymore. It's 5 years too late. At the time when I, eventually cut the cord, it was after the Dodgers had already signed with Spectrum, and I could no longer watch Dodger games. And so them now joining DirecTV at this point isn't going to get me to subscribe to DirecTV. In fact, I live in a neighborhood where I could actually get Spectrum cable and get the Dodgers. I choose not to, just to spite them.
Principal alone. Hey, Vic's back.
Victor's back.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy. What happened?
Plug in that laptop?
No, I don't know. My internet went down for like a couple of minutes or something because I had to reconnect to my internet.
Did you reach the max on your pay by the minute for the month? Wait, it's the first. You should have plenty.
Well,
Ben's only on that rollover minutes.
That's right.
That's right.
We discovered that last week.
Yeah,
Man.
exactly.
Vic, we were talking about the Dodgers are back on DirecTV. Our petition that we started years ago finally
Paid off,
hands.
right?
Finally, we got something done about it. Pretty excited about that. Is this exciting? Is this a non-issue? I mean, it's not like we can see them anytime until the baseball season starts, but what do you think? Is this exciting?
Yeah, I think it's completely exciting. Actually, AT&T picked them up too. So it's DirecTV and AT&T are going to have the Dodgers this year. Of course, it's exciting. I think people have been missing them. It's going to be a lot easier to find. It's not going to affect me really because I don't have either one of those two, but I've been able in my own special and unique way to watch the Dodger games anyways. So, but for everybody else, I think it's great news. I'm excited for it. And I'm looking forward to this season actually starting. NBA season ending, this one starting. But yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, you don't have Spectrum or AT&T, but somehow you still get to watch Dodgers play.
Dodgers and Laker games. It's the miracle of the internet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I applaud you.
Vic, don't go admitting too much. Don't.
Oh, no.
Away.
Yeah.
They'll come after you. We're on YouTube Live for crying out loud. People will get
as far as I know, I'm watching NBA 2K on my PS3.
Oh, right. There you go. There you go.
By
the way,
listeners.
those of you listening right now, be sure to, if you have any questions, comments, shoot them out in the live chat. We're happy to throw any questions you have Ben's way because he has an opinion on everything.
He really does.
He does,
relationships.
You could answer them too, guys.
Relationships,
Not just me.
well, typically how it goes is we'll start to answer and then you'll interject and just take over the whole conversation and
you just shoot straight from the hip.
And then it's time to move on because we're trying to do a half-hour pod here. Let's go back to basketball though before we lost Vic, because Vic, you had a couple things you wanted to mention. One being our Lakers are symptom free. That's fantastic news.
Yeah, just wanted to pass that along in case anybody didn't hear that. We had two Lakers that were reported to have had the coronavirus. The names never became public, so we don't know who they were. There was concern about JaVale McGee, contracting the virus not because of his age, but he has underlying issues such as asthma and stuff. But apparently both players are okay. They're symptom free. And just wanted to throw that out there and say that I'm happy about that. That's always good news as far as I'm concerned. But yeah,
absolutely.
I know we've been seeing a lot of videos from LeBron James, so that's probably not one of the two guys. Same thing with Anthony Davis. So yeah, probably those two individuals from the Lakers are not either of those players. So, but again, we don't know who they were. I don't think it's necessarily LeBron James or AD.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, really good. Vic, all right, now you got to plead your case. It's your time. Why is Rudy Gobert a national hero?
Yeah,
He's not.
no, seriously.
He's not.
Well,
because last we heard, where we left off last, he was touching microphones and comedically trying to joke about infecting everyone with coronavirus, making light of social distancing and whatnot. I feel like to you, he's public enemy number one, because you were preaching coronavirus, before it was a thing.
After he was touching those microphones, the next day, didn't the NBA suspend the season?
And there you go.
It was barely shortly after that.
There you go. Rudy Gobert is the catalyst that started all of this for the entire country. Yes, he was foolish enough to touch all the mics, and yes, he was foolish, to act the way that he did, and act like it wasn't a big deal. But had he not contracted had the NBA not shut down, we would not have been so fast to think that this was something that was serious. And I think that's why when history revisits that whole scene, he's going to become, not obviously a national hero, but he is the narrative on what happened is going to change. Without Rudy Gobert doing that, then we may have waited another week or two. And who knows where we would be now. So to me, he's the one that got the ball rolling. He's the one, as soon as people saw that the NBA was like, wait a minute, and then you had the whole Utah game shut down. Like the fans were at the game. They were about to start. They were like 15 minutes from throwing the ball up, and there's an announcement saying we need to have everybody evacuate the building. And that was the next day after Rudy Gobert, came out and said that he had contracted the virus. And so, that's why I think his narrative is going to change, and he is going to become one of the heroes in this story, because without him, once again, I don't think everything happens as fast as it did, because the day before it was still a joke. The day after, it was no longer a joke in a lot of people's eyes.
I don't know. I feel like he kind of Forrest Gumped his way through that one. It's not like he was doing it for that reason. I mean, will people give him credit for that? He was being a smartass.
Honestly,
he was
just lucked into it.
Well, I'm not saying that he did it on purpose. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he came out and said he was the one that contracted it. He didn't have to. We just had two Laker players that never came out and said anything. So he came out publicly and said, yes, I have this virus. And then he came out publicly and said, yes, I was a fool for doing this.
Right.
But without him coming out and saying all of that, without him coming out and the NBA reacting that the way that they did, things would not have changed so quickly in this country. There would probably no social distancing right now. I mean, we're probably about a week behind.
We'd be
where we are right now.
Interesting. Well, I'll take your word for it, because you are the expert on coronavirus safety.
Sure. I think that 5 or 10 years from now, Rudy Gobert will be a Jeopardy question that nobody will get. I don't think anyone will remember his name.
Oh, I do.
I think that you're right in the sense that it was the NBA shutting that Utah Jazz game down and then shutting the season down and being the first to do that. I think that people will recognize as being really the first major step taken by anybody to really give notice that this was a pandemic and not, like you said, a joke. But Rudy Gobert being a national hero, or anybody remembering his name a year from now, I very much doubt that that'll be the case.
And I wouldn't even necessarily call him a national hero, maybe an accidental hero. Yeah, you say
he's Forrest Gump.
He Forrest
Gumped himself into getting a Congressional Medal of Honor. Vic,
yes,
you need to find the Larry King background and switch your background to Larry King. You the way you're sitting and with the microphone, you look exactly. I mean, you look like the much younger version of Larry King with less suspenders.
I'll take it.
You got to find that. Meanwhile, Jordan Heckman chimed in again. Always fun when that guy, Jordan Heckman from the King's Realm. If you haven't listened to the King's Realm, be sure to check them out. They are also great. Asked a question in the YouTube live chat room. Is cereal considered a soup? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 What?
No, cereal is
No, it's not
no.
a soup. Ben, you love soup.
I do.
I thought you, of all people, you're the soup aficionado. How do you say that cereal is a soup? It's cold.
Well, hey, soup goes in a bowl, and when you're done with it, you tip the bowl into your mouth and you finish drinking it. That's how you finish milk. That's how you finish
But
soup.
that's how
It's a
you
soup.
eat cereal too.
I use
Is
chopsticks
soup-
to finish
I-
my soup.
Hey, if you think hot dog is a sandwich,
Wait.
then cereal
That
is a
can't be
soup.
true.
No, yeah, but that's like saying hot dog is a sandwich. A hot dog is not a sandwich.
No, it is not a sandwich. That's ridiculous.
And
I would-
cereal's not a soup.
I would argue, honestly, I would actually argue that if we're agreeing that they're the same thing, I would say that soup is cereal, because soup is more popular than, or cereal is more popular than soup is.
Well, at least in my
Oh,
house it is.
I don't know about around the world though.
Well, who cares about around the world? We're the only ones that matter. Come on, man.
Oh
It's
my
the
God.
US. Who cares what the rest of the world is doing?
Yeah, and I wouldn't
That's
agree
just
with that.
nonsense.
I agree with it not being soup, but I would not say cereal's more popular.
Well, I wouldn't say either, but I would say that if we're saying let's buy into this ridiculousness that Ben has clearly bought into, and I don't know what him and Jordan are in cahoots and trying to do with their communist agenda, but
Wow.
if we're saying that they're the same, then soup is a cereal. It's not cereal is a soup. Go to any grocery store and let's pound for pound, how much does an aisle take up for cereal? It's an entire aisle. How much does
but the
soup take
bags
up? It
are-
takes up
the boxes
half
are
an
really
aisle.
big.
Box compared to a can.
Yeah,
is
box.
much
Yeah,
bigger.
that's not a fair comparison.
Oh, get out of here. That
You can
actually
have, like,
makes sense.
40 things of
That
top
actually makes
ramen in like a little tiny thing.
I still don't buy it. People eat more cereal than they do soup.
I'm just saying you need to work on that argument. That's all.
You only eat soup like during winter, right? When do you eat soup, Ben? Do you eat soup year round?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
No, you don't, because every winter you get excited because every winter at some point right around,
That's
I
what
might
take
be wrong. You
advantage
tell
of.
me right. It's like October, November,
Yeah.
where Ben will say,
It's soup season.
oh, it's almost
Yeah,
soup
no, that's
season.
true.
I'm so excited.
Well,
That
now
is
you get
true.
to say it's cereal season.
But there is an occasional time where during the summer I want a soup and I'll make it.
You mean cereal?
I don't generally eat cereal, to be honest with you.
You what?
I don't eat cereal.
No?
Mm-mm.
Every day I eat it. Not so much anymore, but when I go to the office, I have a whole shelf of cereals and my milk in the fridge. And
Jeff, is it kids cereals or is it adult cereals?
I'll have one kid's cereal on deck.
What is it?
And
What's
I
the- what's the
save
kid's
those for
cereal?
like a Friday or if I'm feeling frisky.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
It's your
And it's
treat.
usually either Lucky Charms or Trix or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Those are usually my go-tos.
Second question.
Yeah.
Did you write the lyrics for I Don't Want to Grow Up for Toys R Us?
Yeah. Why do you think they call it Jeffrey Giraffe, my friend?
Ah,
That's me.
This is such a
Absolutely.
Yes,
slow
well
news
done.
week, man. Let's move on. You guys are killing me. Let's talk about uniforms.
that's what happens
Oh,
when there's no
man.
sports.
Good question, Jordan. All right, let's move on, shall we? All right. Any other sports stuff to talk about? I feel like Ben gets cranky if we don't talk about enough sports. We've covered
I'm good.
Yahoo
I'm good.
Sports.
Let's finish the show.
basketball. Ben also gets cranky if we
30-minute
go on too
episode.
long. My wife and I, we're looking for something to binge watch. I watch Better Call Saul, but she doesn't like it. And we're looking for a show to watch. What is something we can binge watch together? What do you guys, are you guys binge watching anything with your wives? Oh,
Uh-oh,
Ben,
here we go.
That's in trouble.
Yeah.
We're in trouble
Oh,
with this
no.
one.
So your wife is a therapist.
She is.
There is a show called Married at First Sight, and if she hasn't seen it,
Oh.
she would love it.
Ah,
So the premise behind the show, for those of you who don't know,
sounds like crappy reality TV.
is there's three experts. There's like a love expert, a sex expert, and a relationship expert that interview hundreds or thousands of people in a city, and then they pick the people based on their personalities to get married without ever meeting each other. And then the show will follow these 4 or 5 couples through 8 weeks of marriage, a honeymoon, moving in together, and they have therapy sessions with these therapists to work through issues. And it's fun. So we just finished binge watching it right now. Season 10 is, or I think this is season 6 actually, is finishing up right now.
6 seasons.
Yeah. So if you want to check it out, man, it's a lot of fun. It's on the Lifetime channel.
Oh, Ben.
See, you shouldn't have said Lifetime channel.
She should have just left it at that.
I'm telling you, she would love it. You know what? I'll text you.
She would love it. The other day, so been working from home, and my wife also has been doing her sessions from home and seeing clients. And, between clients, she'll come out and, watch some TV or whatever. And so she asked me earlier, I was working on the computer. She says, babe, do you mind if I watch some TV while you work? Will it distract you? I said, oh yeah, that's fine. No problem. She's like, well, do you mind if I watch some crappy TV? I said, yeah, that's fine. Figuring Kardashians or whatever. She says, but I mean really crappy TV. I was like, yeah, fine. I can tune it out. She turned on Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, okay.
You guys watch this one?
Nope.
No, I haven't. I know what it is, but I haven't
my
seen
wife does. Nicole does.
It is a train wreck.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is bad. Apparently, it's a pretty popular show on the E channel. Anyway, I'm not binge watching that one. I'm looking for something non-reality. Anybody got any non-reality shows? We were thinking about doing Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Have you guys watched that one?
I've seen episodes.
No.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny. Yeah,
I've started it. I just haven't kept up with it. What are you guys binge watching? You guys watching something. There's no sports on.
I know me and Victor have been pushing for you guys to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you guys not on board yet with Game of Thrones?
We barely got Ben to watch Star Wars, and you want to throw Game of Thrones there? There's no way Ben would like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you got to wait another 10 or 15 years before I delve into that one.
Well, then Jeff, you need
it
to go ahead
doesn't matter
and watch.
how much nudity is in it. Ben's not going to watch Game of Thrones.
There is a lot of nudity, but yeah, Jeff, come on, Game of Thrones. I think you'll quickly get into that. If you can get past the first maybe 2 or 3 episodes, you're good to go.
You know what? Is it slow?
No.
It's not slow?
The first few episodes are, I think.
Because here's the problem I'm having with TV these days is I started watching that The Outsider on HBO. Do you guys watch that one?
No.
At all? It's based on a Stephen King. Uh-oh.
Hold on. Nicole just popped in right now to tell you that Vanderpump Rules is on Bravo. Get it right.
Wow. Fact check. Yeah. I apologize. Thank you for correcting that. Yeah. Wow. I don't know how I missed that one.
Yeah. And she could have put that in the chat room, right?
Yeah.
She probably does
in the chat room. Is she watching in the other room?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, hello, Nicole. Feel free to throw out any questions in the chat room.
Or just walk back in and tell Victor.
Yeah, or just walk back in and tell Victor. Either way, that's probably easy. Yeah, but I'm kind of. Did you guys watch True Detective?
No. Listen,
the first season.
The first season. In this conversation, we need to talk about stuff I know.
If it's not on Bravo or E or what was it, Lifetime? Ben doesn't know it. Yeah, I'm looking for something a little. I feel like with the kid on the way, right? So we have the baby.
Oh.
Yeah, this will be your last opportunity to really watch anything undisturbed.
Well, but did you guys have any sort of concern that the baby could hear the TV?
No.
Like I'm worried because we'll watch like Forensic Files, all these like serial killer shows, and we'll watch. We've been watching Bar Rescue. Ben, I know you used to watch Bar Rescue.
Yeah, that's a show. Yeah,
that's a good one. But I was even thinking with all the John Taffer's yelling, I'm like, is this good for the baby? Like, can he hear this?
You just won't have it on that loud.
Yeah, and the baby's
turn it down.
Turn it down. Yeah. And you know what? What's also worked for Nicole and I is we will now, when the kids were babies, we would just put the subtitles on. And that way you actually don't even have to have it loud at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible. That takes the best part out of TV is not reading.
Oh yeah, Jeff doesn't like to read.
Yeah.
Never mind.
What about that Tiger King?
Jeff still wants to have his surround sound on with the baby.
Have you guys
asleep.
watched Tiger King?
No,
I've seen the first episode.
I have not started.
Or the first, yeah.
You only watched one episode?
I've only been able to watch.
How did you do that? How did you not keep watching it? Oh, you have kids.
Well, we have kids, so I can only watch
You'll
it
find out soon enough.
Yeah. Oh man.
And at well, especially now because they go. Noah goes to bed, and then Harper goes to bed after that. And when you get older, to my age, like you can't stay up late anymore. I'm lucky to get that one episode in, and then I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Victor, you just dated yourself.
Seriously.
Actually, my wife started the Lion King today, and she's been binge watching it. And day one, I think she's on episode 4. So apparently, it must be.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I have not started.
I'll join you, Benjamin.
Yeah,
nice.
the first one was really good. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those documentaries that is a train wreck, and you're like, how do these people exist in the world? Yeah, it's worth a watch. Takes a few twists and turns that you don't see coming.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we move on?
Yes, please. We should have moved on 10 minutes ago. We should have moved on when Jordan Heckman asked that cereal question.
Oh, great. Besa.
Yeah.
You want to test how smart we are?
Well, guys, I know you guys are pretty smart. Some of you have bachelors, maybe masters or PhDs. I'm not going to say which one has what, but hopefully you guys are a little bit smarter than a 5th grader.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So Nicole does not have a YouTube account. That's why she wasn't able to chat, but she's still able to watch it live. So she just texted me. Darren just called it. Darren just called it the Lion King.
Oh, did I? I did. Well, The Lion King is actually a good movie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it really is.
Are you talking about The Lion King, though?
Of course. Yeah. You can stream it on Disney Plus.
All right. That James Earl Jones is great.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about moving on, guys. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Ben wants to keep
Careful.
this episode short.
We're going to lose Ben.
All right. So, going to ask you guys a few questions, see if you guys can answer it correctly. These questions are intended for 5th graders. So, anybody that's online, feel free to go ahead and answer them as you please. So, let's find out how smart you guys are. And these aren't very difficult. So,
all right.
First question. Which country is both an island and a continent?
Jeff.
Australia. Oh.
That's what I was going to say. You're supposed
all right.
to. Wait, are we saying our name to chime in first, or are we just shouting it out?
Why don't we raise our hands and all say it at the same time? Because
hey guys, I did it
whiskey,
right.
That's why.
Oh.
Australia is correct. Yes. All right, moving on.
Say that.
A hexagon has how many sides?
5?
Yeah, no, that's penta.
Oh.
Hexa is
6.
6. There you go.
Jeff got it first. 6
nice.
sides. 5, Victor. Penta.
I don't know math. You guys should know this by now. I don't do math.
All right. This one shouldn't be very difficult since we're all sports fans. If a football field is 100 yards long, how many feet long is a football field?
Jeff.
You.
300.
300 is correct.
The Rams still lost.
Suck it, 5th graders.
All right. Getting a little bit more difficult now.
All right.
Imaginary lines traversing the globe from pole to pole are called what?
Longitude.
Oh, yeah. No.
Imaginary lines traversing the globe from
longitude.
Pole to
No?
pole.
Wrong?
I think it is longitude. It's either latitude or
long.
longitude. I think it's longitude.
I think it's longitude.
Imaginary lines. So, no, it's not longitude or longitude.
Well, longitudes aren't real lines.
Well, yeah, they're not real. I know that. Neither is this background. Come on.
The axis of evil.
Meridian.
Imaginary lines that run up in.
He just told you the
Lines?
answer.
He told you. He already said it.
What is it?
Meridians.
You
Oh,
guys never heard of the meridians?
well, I've heard of
Yes.
the prime meridian. I didn't know that there was.
What is the prime meridian?
I mean, I guess
meridian?
it makes sense that there, to be the prime meridian, there's got to be inferior meridian. All right.
I think we're proving a point to our audience.
Hey, whoa, that was the first one that we collectively got wrong. We got the rest right.
Yeah, and I want to say technically, I think I might have been 80% correct.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we were even more correct than Vic is giving credit for.
All right. You say that to yourself. Okay, moving on. Which country is the largest in size?
Asia. Oh, country or continent?
Country.
I heard continent. Russia.
Which country is the largest in size?
Russia.
China.
No,
And
Well, it's one of the two. It's either Russia or China. They already said that too. So.
Well, then what's your answer, Vic?
Oh, I'll go with China.
The answer is Russia.
Of course
There you
it's
go.
Russia. China.
Russia is the largest in size.
You're like
Wait,
Canada's bigger
that
than
can't
China.
be right because Russia's broken up now.
Hey, as of 2019, it's according it's Russia.
Oh,
that's
these are from
interesting. According to the internet.
2019? Oh, you can't trust any of this stuff. They got rid of meridians in 2020.
All right.
They're called latitudes.
What species can live on both water and land?
Amphibians?
Amphibians, yeah.
Oh,
Jeff?
Oh, we're all answering? I was going to
I
say
don't know.
crocodiles, but
he did the same thing to
yeah.
me.
What species?
Aquaman.
Well, that's a great answer, by the way. Amphibians is correct. Yes. So Ben and Vic, yeah, you got this
Hey,
one right.
we're answering collectively. So as a team,
That's
we've
right.
only
The
missed
team
one.
answer. That's
All right.
right. Well done.
And last one, how many Great Lakes are there in the United States?
Well, what's defined as a Great Lake?
Ooh. There's like
Is it-
thousands of, or no.
Is it 7?
Oh, that's
Great
the land.
Lakes.
Well, the Great Lakes are over by
I think it's
Michigan.
three,
there's
yeah,
right?
they're all by Michigan. Yeah.
Okay. 3,
7.
7.
I think it is
I
7.
want to say 7. That's what I said.
I think it is
earlier.
7.
All right. It's 5.
Dang it.
Michigan,
Split
Huron,
the difference.
Superior, Ontario, and
perfect.
You know what?
Missouri.
If you split the difference between us, we
We
got
nailed it.
5. So
Nailed it.
we're
All right.
still we still only missed one.
So 80%. I'd say that's pretty good. So you guys are pretty smart.
Watch out,
Yeah.
fifth graders.
Oh, was that
Yeah.
it?
That was it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kept it simple.
totally. We passed the 5th grade.
I can't
Bring
wait
us
for
something
coronavirus
difficult
to be
next
over
week.
So we can read articles that aren't about the coronavirus, man. We're dying here. I'll
All right,
say
but it's our first live stream, so we're ironing the kinks out on the technical aspect and the material. Jordan Heckman again chimed in, Vic, and called you out for it not being the Soviet Union. Come on, it's Russia. I don't know. It's what, 6
Hey,
o'clock?
Jeff,
Jordan's probably
would-
drunk by now. What's
I
that?
would break.
Oh, yeah,
I
he
would
is.
break you.
All right.
Oh, man.
I think we covered plenty tonight. Good stuff, guys. I think this was pretty good. Darren, you can be my wingman anytime.
Got it.
Oh, that's so
No.
You gotta
cute.
figure out
be
that
mine.
avatar the next time.
Yes, we need. We need coronavirus. Please fix yourself, because we need sports back so we can have some good stuff to talk about. Hey, we mentioned Jordan Heckman. He's from the King's Realm. Listen to those guys. Are they still recording? Jordan, are you still recording? Say yes or no. You guys still doing shows? There's no hockey to talk about, but
They don't
it's
need
not like you
hockey
guys
to
ever
talk
needed
about.
hockey.
I was going to say, they talk hockey?
Barely.
But yeah, if they're still recording, listen to the King's Realm. If not, listen to old episodes of the King's Realm. It's always entertaining. Good stuff. The Definitive 5, we recorded a new episode this week. Top 5 movie cameos of all time. Kind of mixed up the formula a little bit.
Can you give us a hint on any
there's some good ones. I'll tell you I'm not gonna, well, I mean, there's an obvious one, and I'm not going to tell you where it ranks, but you know that it's up there, and that's Will Ferrell in Wedding Crashers.
Oh,
That guy.
Yeah.
I'll say it's not number one. He got beat out for number one. I would figure that would have been
the number one.
How about Tom Cruise and Austin Powers?
That whole opening segment of Goldmember is so good. We actually spent some time talking about that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
He doesn't rank on the list, but it's definitely an honorable mention just because pound for pound, we were thinking how many cameos are just, they fire at you at that movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
It's like that and Anchorman with the newscaster war. I feel like those movies are where they just fire those cameos at you and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But Tom Cruise in Goldmember, that's a good one for sure.
Yeah, when you said when you mentioned Tom Cruise and then you said pound for pound, I thought you were going to make a dig on his height.
Oh, that would have been inch for inch. But no, I did not make a dig on his height. He is a short man though, from what everyone says. I don't know. I've never seen him. But yeah, anyway, the definitive 5, check that podcast out as well. We talk about movies and rank them in a top 5 fashion. That's it. We are Guys in Shorts. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Guys in Shorts Pod. Take a listen to us wherever podcasts go, and also now on YouTube, which is pretty cool. Oh, look, people are finally chiming in. Cliff Hart, good to see you guys. Hope coronavirus takes the Dodgers. That is classic Cliff Hart. Oh, love it.
I just wish that he would have called in and said it because he always sounds so down when he talks,
Wait, Ben, you want to say it in a Cliff Hart voice?
You're gonna impersonate him?
Let me read it. It's good to see you guys. I hope the coronavirus takes down the Dodgers.
That's so Cliff. So Cliff. Oh, love it. Love you, Cliffy.
Hey, Cliff,
Jen
thanks for watching,
Besa. Darren, your wife.
Yeah.
She chimed in. She said, pick up some soup on the way home. Lucky Charms, preferably. So what? No. Nice to see you boys. Don't ever mistake Bravo for E again. For the record, I'm only on episode 3, Darren. We're getting our facts wrong left and right.
Seriously.
Honey, you started 3 hours ago.
Yeah, you know what it is everybody was still on that old link that you sent out, and we're staring at a black screen until right now.
Look, it's our first live stream. I'm sorry, it's our second live stream. It's the first one using this newfangled technology stuff. So
the first one we left you responsible for figuring out.
Yeah, that was your first mistake, suckers.
And Ben and Jeff, you got to get your background in order.
Yeah,
I will make sure that by next episode I got it.
Well done,
I'll
sir.
figure that out, but no guarantees. Hey, if you want to leave a voicemail for us, 562-450-3356. You can leave a voicemail. Tell us what a train wreck this was, or how much you loved it. Maybe you loved it. And as always, please review us wherever you're listening. Subscribe and share the show with all your friends. And hopefully, we worked out some kinks tonight, and we'll be back next week with a correct link on this YouTube live thing. So anyway, I'm trying to say that without sounding old, but that that YouTube thing on the interweb. All right, gentlemen.
End the show.
Hold on, really quick.
Let's just keep this going and get Ben angrier and angrier.
I like it.
I'll just walk off the show.
So Nicole says that she had a tweet or
how did she communicate this to you? Did she slide a note under the door or
yes?
Because she
the first note
in the room.
The first note said that Ben and I we look like twins, and then the second note that she just slipped underneath the door said Harper just pointed to Ben and said, "It's Daddy."
Oh man, Ben, you got some splaining to do.
Hey, listen, I cast a wide net.
Oh man,
Vic, you better talk to the wife.
Yeah, seriously.
Good times. All right, well, good luck sorting that one out. Gentlemen, good stuff. Stay strong. Take care of your families. Everyone else out there, you do the same. Stay safe. I'm Jeff Wilson. That's Victor Costello, Darren Basin, Ben Garcia. Stay healthy, people. And we're out.
Well done, people. Well done.
Good job.